From the latest cruise news and luxury resort openings to Disney updates, travel trends, and destinations around the world, this is the Elevated Escapes Report. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen. Each week, we'll bring you the stories, trends, and travel headlines that matter most to travelers looking for their next elevated escape. Let's get started.
All right. First thing I wanted to cover, as you're well aware of, is Spirit Airlines went out of business. I believe they filed bankruptcy twice. They tried to get a major carrier to buy them. Was it Frontier? Do you remember?
It might have been. I can't remember. Or JetBlue, maybe.
It was JetBlue. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're up on your news. They wanted JetBlue to buy them. I think a judge ruled that it would somehow be not competitive, or however they ruled. So bottom line is Spirit went out of business. A lot of things I've been reading too is they kind of deviated away from what their core competency was. Is they were trying to give away bigger seats, like you get in the aisle.
Oh, okay.
And I think Spirit's business model was just cheap. And I think they just moved away from that. You know, a lot of the reasons they're saying is expensive fuel prices, but everybody's facing that. Consumers,
Right.
everybody's facing that. Now the impact, I believe tens of thousands of jobs were lost, but they also said that for one job Spirit lost, it could be like 1.5 to 2 between hotels, restaurants. So
Really?
yeah, I was playing golf with two of my airline pilot friends. I asked Captain Neil, and he flew for US Air. I said, Jim, how is the Spirit going under going to impact? Is this going to drive up prices? Because they were the last of the really, really no frills, cheap prices. And he said that they just weren't a major player. So with them being out of business, it's not really going to impact the major carriers. They're not going to drive up prices. So he doesn't believe.
Well, that's interesting because they're reporting already that they're seeing fare increases on some lines.
Okay.
So, but maybe that's more like the Southwest and the, Frontier, some of the more budget friendly lines. But yeah, that was a big deal.
It's unfortunate because you hate to see people lose their jobs.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, all those travelers that, were midway through a trip on Spirit.
Yeah, because you heard rumors, but if you're stuck.
I mean, I heard that the other carriers were kind of trying to step in and figure out ways to get them back to where they needed to be, but still just a mess.
Yeah. Do you ever fly Spirit?
No.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I flew them from Fort Myers up to Minneapolis. Although moving right along, Susie.
So one of the things I'm really excited about is AmaWaterways is one of the river cruise companies that we're really excited about. And they have introduced new itineraries in Colombia on the Magdalena River.
Did you want me to step in?
If you'd like to.
Colombia.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mr. Randall, my 11th grade Spanish teacher, Colombia.
Yeah. So, most people think river cruising, they think Europe. But, now they're tapping into the South American market. And this is pretty exciting because they are going to some communities that really haven't been impacted by much tourism in the past. Also, Colombia has the largest number of bird species in the world. So it's really good for bird watching and nature enthusiasts.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. There's colonial architecture in Mompox, which is an UNESCO World Heritage Site. They said it looks like it's frozen in time. And so you're in these kind of remote, really cool areas surrounded by all this wildlife on this luxury river cruise ship. So I think that's a pretty cool option. So if that's an area of the world that you're interested in, or if you're an avid bird watcher, maybe something to think about. one of the other really cool things that I'm excited about is there is a new Club Med opening.
Oh.
Now, if you're not familiar with Club Med, they were kind of the innovators in the all-inclusive space. And this is a new concept for them. This is, when you think Club Med, you think the Caribbean.
You do think the Caribbean. Now there's one in Florida. There's one that we've been scoping out in Quebec. And we like the idea of the all-inclusive, pay one price, not having to worry about anything else. But you and I really didn't do a lot of pre-show planning because we're going on a cruise and we've been busy. So this is actually brand new to me. So I'm kind of awaiting to find out where this Club Med location is.
So this is in South Africa.
South Africa.
It is an entirely new concept. It is a surf and safari combo.
I was going to say it's a safari.
So it's 2 separate resorts. There is one, the Vakela Safari Lodge, is inland, which is a private Big 5 reserve. And the other, so it's a dual stay concept, obviously, the 2 resorts. The other one is a premium beachfront resort overlooking the Indian Ocean, which has world-class surfing and whale watching, and it is going to be the first Club Med to offer surf lessons.
That's something that we've been looking into. We looked into it 15 years ago. We're going to do it at Typhoon Lagoon at Disney. We might be a little too old, and I think we'd be very soft falling off that surfboard. So you said it's a dual resort?
It's a dual stay concept. So it's 2 resorts. There's a beachfront resort and an inland resort.
All right.
And the Club Med, all inclusive, they include the travel between the 2 resorts.
So this is, you go to both resorts. It's not one or the other. You're booking this and you're going to both of them? Or is that not really clearly stated
it's
yet?
not clearly stated as to whether you have to do that.
Okay.
But it's an option, which I think is a really cool option.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
We've been talking, I know on our last podcast, we talked about how we'd like to discuss the African safaris. That's something that wasn't high on my radar until I started watching some YouTubes and researching it. And I think that would be very fun.
Yeah. But I mean, the Club Med, like all-inclusive thing, like it's a really cool option, which is debuting in July.
Now, do we have any preliminary pricing or?
We do not.
We do not.
But if you're interested, let us know and we'd be happy to find out. Now, the big thing in cruising that I saw was the launch of the Norwegian Luna. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I have. It looks like a gorgeous ship, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I guess one of the complaints on their Prima and Viva ships is that they feel narrow. This is a larger ship. It's about 10% bigger. So they said you can really feel it in the corridors and the shared space, is that it just doesn't feel as cramped. The thing that I think is really cool about this ship is they have a brand new Elton John show.
Ooh.
So I think that would be a lot of fun.
Philadelphia freedom.
And so Norwegian, it's not a line that, we have really talked about a lot. I don't know anybody who's been on a Norwegian cruise, but I think they pioneered the freestyle cruising concept where you kind of, you don't have assigned dinner times or restaurants. You just kind of eat when you want, where you want, kind of do your thing, and all is good. But I've heard this ship is gorgeous. And they have some really cool tech that they've implemented. They have this thing called a glow court, which is a digital sports arena during the day. And then at night, it turns into a club.
Like a disco club
like
or
a
something?
disco club. But it's all, like the lights and everything. Like they go from the floor, they project up onto the walls. It looks really cool. They also have the Aqua Slide Coaster, which is part water slide, part roller coaster, which I have heard is really good. So they're kind of tagging it as, it's a sophisticated ship where you can still act like a kid, which is right up your alley.
Right up my alley. That's right. Where adults can be kids or kids can be adults.
So that's all the news I have. Do you have anything else?
That's all you have? I do. I have one before we close up. It just recently happened. Disney Cruise Line, the Disney Adventure, that is their new ship out of Singapore. That was the fleet that they bought from a company that was going bankrupt. So apparently, they have propulsion issues. So people boarded the boat, and after a day, they decided that they're not going to be able to go anywhere, and they basically put letters in people's staterooms. Now, from my understanding, people were getting a 100% refund. They were also going to get 50% off another Disney cruise.
Wow.
They got free Wi-Fi so that they could make travel arrangements, and they got some cash. So I will read the letter that sailors received, and then you and I can briefly discuss.
Okay.
Dear guest, thank you for joining us aboard the Disney Adventure. We were truly sorry to let you know that we are unable to proceed with your Disney Adventure experience from May 7th to 11th, 2026 as planned. We fully understand how upsetting and disappointing this news is, and we realize this is not the experience you were looking forward to. Please know how much we appreciate your patience and understanding. Your safety and comfort as our guests are always our highest priority, and every decision has been made with you in mind. Our team is fully committed to supporting you in making this transition as smooth as possible under the circumstances. Refunds. In light of the situation, the following will be provided to you automatically. 100% refund on your cruise fare and any unused services, internet, beverage, packages, etc. 50% off future Disney cruise, complimentary Wi-Fi. To assist with your return home, you will also be providing a prearranged complimentary hotel room at the JW Marriott Singapore South Beach this evening, and will cover your potential associated flight change fees.
Wow. That's comprehensive. I mean, that is a terrible thing to have happen. If you booked this cruise, you flew to Singapore, and now you're SOL. But I mean, I think they're doing everything they possibly can to make it right as they can.
I saw people in the community, oh, they're only giving you $500. No, that was on top of this, and this.
Right.
And they were also going to pay the difference and change the airfare. So right. I think it's an unfortunate situation, but whenever something, I always think Disney goes over and beyond what they should do. If this was given to me, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? You have flight cancellations often.
Right.
And it is what it is. You have weather, you have issues.
Right. But would you rather get out to sea and then you're stuck and you can't get back? I mean, I think it's probably the right call.
I think it's a little concerning that this thing is brand new.
Well, I'm wondering, my feeling on this is that they'll never buy a ship that somebody else started to build again. They're going to want to build from scratch with their own.
I think the problem, the thing was that Bob Chapek, at the time Disney CEO, who was only at the helm for 2 years, got a deal. Bob liked to get deals.
Okay.
And he got a really good deal on this cruise. Well, now we're looking back. Bob's got the golden parachute. Now Josh D'Amaro can deal with all this aftermath.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, just happened. Found it interesting.
Yeah. Okay, well, we won't be taking that cruise anytime soon.
No, I don't have plans to go to Asia anytime soon either. That flight's too long.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
Okay.
All right. That wraps up this week's top travel stories on the Elevated Escapes Report. We'll be back next week with the latest travel trends from around the globe. Thanks for listening.
And thanks for making us part of your travel journey.